Welcome to another one of my physics videos. This is my last video that we're going to be talking about projectile motion or kinematics in two dimensions. And here in this problem, as you can see, we have a ball being launched from the ground at an angle of 30 degrees with the ground. And this initial velocity of the ball being launched, we know, is 20 meters per second. So using this information, we need to find the horizontal displacement of the ball. All right, but before we get started, let me introduce myself. My name is Chris Sieber. I'm the creator of all the videos here at Math Meeting. I want to help you guys out as much as possible with your homework. So if you need any extra help with your homework, send me pictures to homeworksolutions@mathmeeting.com. Email me the pictures and I will get back to you immediately with a quote, and I would love to help you out. Let's not waste any more time, and let's get started right away with this example. All right, so we're trying to find the horizontal displacement of the ball. And the first step I always like to do when dealing with kinematics or projectiles in two dimensions is I want to separate this velocity into a horizontal velocity and a vertical velocity. So we know that we're going to have a horizontal velocity going to the right, since this ball is being launched up and to the right. So we'll call this the velocity in the x direction. And we also know that this ball is going to have a velocity in the y direction, or the vertical direction. We'll call this the velocity in the y direction. All right. And the question or the question that we're trying to answer is we need to find the horizontal displacement. Because we're trying to find the horizontal displacement, we're going to use the horizontal velocity. So we're going to use our trig functions to find this horizontal velocity. And we know that the horizontal velocity is going to be equal to our initial velocity of 20 meters per second. So 20 meters per second multiplied by the cosine of our angle 30 degrees. So we're going to multiply 20 times the cosine of 30 degrees. Okay, and if you don't understand how I did that, you can go back to my first video and I explain how we use trig functions to solve for the horizontal and vertical velocity. All right, so we know that this velocity in the x direction is equal to 20 times the cosine of 30, and that is equal to 10 times the square root of 3. Okay, and our units are in meters per second. All right, and you can approximate this using decimals if you want to use your calculator, but we know the exact value is 10 times the square root of 3 meters per second. All right, so what else do we know? We know that this ball is being launched from the ground, and it's going to take a projectile path, and then it's going to hit the ground again. All right, and we know that the total time that this ball is in the air before it hits the ground over here is going to be 2 seconds. So we know that the total time is 2 seconds, and the reason why we know this is from question number 2. We solved this in question number 2, so go back and watch that video if you haven't already. But we know that the total time that this ball is in the air is equal to 2 seconds. All right, so what else do we know? Well, we know that the acceleration in the horizontal direction, or the acceleration in the x direction, is equal to 0. That's because the acceleration due to gravity is in the vertical direction. There is no acceleration in the horizontal direction. All right, it's equal to 0. And I'm neglecting air resistance. So if we neglect air resistance, just to make this problem a lot more simple, we know that the acceleration in the x direction is equal to 0. All right, so we have 3 pieces of information. We have the velocity in the x direction, we have the acceleration in the x direction, and we have the total time. And we are trying to find the horizontal displacement of the ball, which is delta x. So delta x is what we're trying to find. So I'll put a question mark next to delta x. So which equation are we going to use to solve for delta x? And if we go to our kinematic formulas on the left-hand side of the screen, we're going to use equation number 2. And notice how we have delta x we have a initial velocity in the x direction, we have our time, and we also have our acceleration in the x direction. So we can use this formula to solve for delta x. And remember to keep your units consistent. All your units have to be in the x direction or the y direction. All right. So let's use this formula to solve for delta x. So we know that delta x is equal to our initial velocity in the x direction. And we know that our initial velocity in the x direction is equal to 10 times the square root of 3. So it's equal to 10 times the square root of 3 multiplied times our time of 2 seconds. So I'm going to multiply this times 2, and it's plus 1/2 acceleration times time squared. So plus 1/2. We know that our acceleration is equal to 0, so we can plug in a 0 for acceleration, and we know that our time is equal to 2, so we can plug in a 2 for our time, so 2 squared. All right, and we know that 0 times anything is equal to 0, so this right side of the equation is just equal to 0. So we know that our delta x is equal times 10 square root of 3 times 2, or equal to 20 times the square root of 3. All right, and our units of distance are in meters. We've got to keep our units consistent. So our delta x is equal to 20 times the square root of 3 meters. So this is the total distance that this ball traveled in the horizontal direction. All right, so I hope this video gave you a better idea on kinematics and projectile motion in 2 dimensions. If you want to keep on learning, check out my next video. I really hope you enjoyed this. Once again, don't forget I do offer homework solutions, so send me an email to homeworksolutions@mathmeeting.com. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one.